Loving you, na scam. Smith your banks. Okay. Every time, why am I money? Hello, baby.
Hey loves, so today's video is going to be about how I got this color by water dyeing. If you like what you see, then stay tuned. So I started off with 3 613 bundles with a 613 closure. I used boiling hot water, but you're going to see that I eventually mixed it with cold water just so it's not too hot and I can't mix it around with my hands. So yeah, I'm just trying to feel it to see if it's not too hot or not too, not too cold. So I used 3 Adore bottles, 1 color of Periwinkle and 2 of Lavender, because I was going for that like lilac lavender color, but I didn't want it to be too dark, so that's why I mixed it with Periwinkle. If you want a darker color, I suggest you use all lavender, or if you want a more lighter color, I suggest you use all Periwinkle. So I put more lavender in there than I did Periwinkle, so the ratio should be like, I guess, 3 to 1. And then I just started mixing away. So you want to mix it very good. Maybe you should use like a fork or like a comb maybe, because like I feel like it took me longer using this popsicle sticks. So you just want to mix it until you don't see any of like the clumps left in there, so it's all fully dissolved. So what I did is I cut off a piece of the hair so that I could just test the color that I'm going for, so I know if I need to add more, if I need to add more water, I don't know. So I was just trying to test to see how that looked. And it seemed like that's what I was going for, so I went ahead and I dyed the bundles. So you just want to unravel it. I know a lot of people put it like how it is rolled up in that bundle, like how it's rolled up already like that, but I think it's way better for you to unravel the bundles and make sure that you comb it out so that it's fully detangled, so that the color can be evenly distributed on the hair. If it's in that ball already, the bundle how it comes, it's going to be like harder for you to distribute the color throughout the entire bundle. Okay, so this is the mistake that I made. I thought it was going to be smart to do the whole, back and forth motion until the hair was all the way in there. And then I fully submerged it in there. I don't know. I didn't get what I was looking for when I did this method. And you're going to see the rest of the bundles that I did. I ended up just fully submerging it in there as soon as I put it in there, instead of like dipping it with the tips first and then putting it in there. I don't know. Maybe like I feel like the color got more on the tips than it did on everything else, and it was just hard for me to distribute it after that. So you're going to see this first bundle, I ended up putting it back in water every single time. After I was done with each other bundle, I ended up putting this bundle back in there. You're going to see. So I waited about 10 to 15 seconds. I let it soak in there, and you can see that the color in the water ended up, going clear. That just shows that it transferred onto the bundles. But I wasn't really happy with this color, so you're gonna see that I just keep playing with this one bundle. So I went ahead and I did the same thing. I put more lavender than I did Periwinkle. Mixed, and then I went on to my next bundle. So yeah, it's taking me a minute to mix because it is popsicle stick. So I suggest you use like a comb or something that has teeth so that the clumps could be easily dissolved. So here you just see me unraveling the bundle again and just combing it out. It's very important to detangle it. Don't just put it straight in there because you're not going to get a clean look. So you see that this one, I just put it straight in there. And I'm mixing it around while it's like flat in there. And I kind of flipped it over just so that that one side didn't have all the color. So I was just playing with it while it was in the water. And I waited another 10 to 15 seconds. Took it out, and I was in love with this color. I feel like this was more than what I was going for than the first one. The first one was looking kind of more silvery. So what I did, I went back and I put the first bundle in there with the remaining color that was left with the second bundle. And it looks like more vibrant, as you can see. So I'm just repeating the process. So I'm going to let you guys watch. And I'm going to stop talking now. Okay, I lied. I'm back just to explain what I'm doing here. So I couldn't get any more color out by squeezing it out. So what I did was, me being African AF, I basically mixed the water that was in the bowl and I shook it around a little bit just to get the excess out. And I mean, that's very helpful because I ended up getting color that was left in there that I wouldn't otherwise get out just by squeezing the tube. So, you know, use what you got, get your money's worth. And honestly, I learned this method by cooking in the kitchen with my mom. She never let me just put that blender back in the sink. I always had to make sure that I got the excess peppers out with like a little bit of water and then put it back in the pot, which we were cooking with. And then I could wash the blender. But if I thought that I could just pour what I blended straight into the pot and then wash the blender, I was out of my mind. Like, I had to use some water and mix it around a little bit just to get whatever was left on the rims and, you know, the bottom and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess that's me transferring my kitchen skills with hair. I'm dead. This is actually just me and Moni laughing at some shit. So I eventually noticed that I was being more generous with the color that I was putting into the bowl, because I noticed that I was almost done with the bundles and I still had a bottle of lavender left. So I was being more generous, and I noticed that the color was coming out more vibrant. So if you want a more vibrant look, just put more color in there and you'll get that look. If I go fast, I go fast. I don't also pray, I don't fast. I will take you to Malaysia. Last but not least is the closure piece, and I ended up finishing the lavender. I ended up finishing the lavender tube. Well, finishing both really for this last piece. And you're going to notice that the closure piece ended up coming out way more vibrant and a little bit more dark than the other colors. And it's because, again, the amount of color that I put in the water. But I wasn't really satisfied with the color that I was getting. Not the color, but the distribution of the color, more so on the roots. So I let it soak a little bit for 10 more seconds, and you're going to notice that I'm still not satisfied. But I'm satisfied with the color on the hair, but the roots are just not looking like the rest of the hair to me. So what I did was I just let the roots sit in the water, because there's still water left in there. There's still a lot of color in there. So I let the roots sit in there while the rest of the hair was hanging off of the bowl. And I ended up getting what I was looking for. So yeah, it worked. And here you see me looking at that first bundle again to see if I want to soak it back in. And of course I did. I just felt like it didn't reach its full potential yet. But I'm happy with this color that the closure came out looking like. So put that aside, and I put the first bundle back in there. And after that, I'm pretty much done. Shower your blessing. Shower your blessing. We want this morning. We want this morning. I feel shower your blessing. Shower your blessing. We want this morning. We want this morning. And look at this color, y'all. Like, it looks so good. So yeah, and here's the finished product. I hope you all enjoyed watching this tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.